Holy crap, it went from halfway warm to frigid. I mean, frost on the ground. Look at the muffler in front of me. And the ground to the right there, just all frost. Um, it is stinking cold this morning. We're talking 30 degrees, 28, 29 degrees. This wind chill is definitely cold. I have got a neck buff on. I got my ski coat, my puffy insulated coat plus ski bibs, and as long as the wind don't hit me, I'm fine. I get a little breeze underneath the helmet. I got to find that guard. There's a piece I can put underneath the chin. It's like fabric that came with the helmet that will block the wind from coming up underneath your chin there and getting you. I like the breeze because it keeps the mask from fogging, like the lens. But holy cow, is it frigid? It went from halfway decent last night to this stuff. This is absolutely ridiculous. But that's winter for you, from one extreme to another. All right, we're stopping at a light. You know what I do here. I edit this junk out. I don't want to be boring you. Hold on a second. Let me get this out of here. All right, I am starting off here. But yeah, you can see it on the grass. The grass is kind of white. It's got frost everywhere. It was chilly last night. I think it went down into the upper 20s. So that's pretty cold for Virginia here. And we do get a cold snap maybe a couple weeks, mid to low 20s during the day. Doesn't hang around very long. You see that part of my left there, it's frost all over the roof. But yeah, how many of you guys ride when it's 30 degrees out like this? Like I said, I use this thing all year. I mean, it's I dress for it, and you're pretty good. You definitely don't want to get out if it's too nasty out. I adjusted the camera some more and checked it with my GoPro, so I should have a lot more visibility of the speedometer and dashboard and all that. It seemed to get a good response back. Everybody likes that view. It gives them the feeling of being on the bike. I did have some issues with my microphone. I think getting caught in the rain a couple times last year, and during the beginning part of this fall, I think I got caught in the rain once or twice. The adapter, I think, is giving me a little bit of problem. I think I got to buy another adapter, but I'm not sure if I may just go with a whole new setup, the GoPro 8 with the adapter and all that, and just use this as a backup, or maybe put it on the back of the bike so you can do two different views. Maybe I'll do a split screen on a video, one rear, one pointing forward. I always see that truck right there, the white one, Dove Commander. That's pretty wild, pretty neat truck. Dove hunting around here is pretty popular, and duck season is right about now. I see a lot of people on the James River and all duck hunting, and they're at some of the different lakes. So, but yeah, it's brisk. I can feel a little bit on my legs, from the wind. I just have a regular pair of pants underneath the ski bibs. They're not very well insulated, but they are waterproof and windproof pretty much. So, but when they say windproof, that's one thing, but not 60-mile-an-hour winds. So you always got to keep that in mind if you're buying a pair of pants that are made for a different purpose, like ski pants, and they say they're windproof. They're averaging 20-mile-an-hour winds, and that's what they call windproof, not 65-mile-an-hour winds. So you will get some leakage through there or feel a little bit of it, but it will do pretty good. I mean, you can't argue with it. I've even thrown sweatpants over my regular pants and then the ski pants just to give you that little barrier of insulation there, a little more. That's helped a whole lot when it's gotten really, really cold, like down low 20s when I rode. At that temperature, I have more problems with my hands than anything. Like today, my hands are cold. I can feel them. The gloves I have on, ski gloves, waterproof, windproof, but windproof for skiing, not motorcycle riding. You got to buy the specific gloves, or if you want them to work correctly for the sport or activity. So they just don't hold up when they change. But people pull over and then slow down. But what else? Nothing too much. I mean, it's just nice, easy morning. Not much going on with my commute here. I'm going to go up the road just a little bit more and then turn it off, or not turn off, but just stop talking in case if something does happen, I'll come back, or I'll leave it in with the edit, but if nothing happens, I'll pick it up right before I get to work. But this thing handles great at higher speeds. This is what, 72, 71, 72 miles an hour, and you can ride one-handed. It doesn't go all over the road, at least right here it doesn't. If I get in a rut, more of a rutted road, high spot in the middle where the back tire would ride, you do track a little more than this. But all right, I'll stop talking right here. I'll pick it back up as I get back to work, towards work. Hold on. Alrighty, we're coming up on this one traffic light, the last one before my work. And it's getting a little congested, but it looks like we will squeeze through there. Man, that was close. I have to keep remembering I'm not on a motorcycle that you do stick out an extra 2 or 3 foot, from your center windshield with the tire. I noticed that when I pull next to my truck in the driveway and all, that I get right next to it. And I'll tell you, I just love the pickup on this thing. It just gets going, scoots right up to speed. And it's funny when cars go to accelerate because they don't want you passing them. It's like, come on, are you serious? You're not going to keep up with a motorcycle or something with this horsepower on something so light. And that's the other thing. I'm glad that what I weigh, it helps a whole lot. I hear about guys that are 250, 240, 230, in that area, and I'm down at, the 170 range. That's a big difference. I mean, you're talking an extra 50 pounds on a bike, or 84 pounds or something like, or 84 horsepower, somewhere in that area, 80 horsepower. So you can definitely tell the difference. Oh. Doesn't look like we have any fog. I'm still tired. I can get my coffee. It's in my little cooler cup in my bag in the back. But it doesn't look like much fog, just frosted. Very much so. And that sun is bright. That's the other thing I always try to watch out for, is to make sure that cars behind you aren't blinded. And be aware that they may not be able to see you that great because the sun's in their eyes and this is smaller. So if you have to stop short, try to get out of the way. That car behind you or truck or whatever may not see you. That's one thing I always try to use. Look for a shoulder that's available to maybe scoot around them. The car in front of you, so you're not sandwiched. But just keep your eyes open. Like I said, keep your head on a swivel. Always look around and watch what's going on. You definitely don't want to get sandwiched in between cars. This thing does great. I was afraid when I first started driving it. I was afraid on turns. I was thinking it was going to flip or something, but it won't. I mean, it's not like you would think, like with a three-wheeler, one up front, two in the back, where it has that pivot point, where you're going to tip it over. You really have to be pushing it hard to tip this thing over. But I did see a video where somebody was going in reverse down a hill, slight decline backwards, and went to turn the bike to point it towards their driveway, so when they went forward, they would go right into the driveway. And that was like going forward on a tricycle, if you understand what I'm saying, with the one in the front, two in the back, because he was going backwards, and it actually tipped over. So be careful in reverse, and especially if you're going downhill. Do not turn real hard, because the bike will tip like a tricycle. This guy was talking about it. It did minimal damage, scuff marks more than anything. He wasn't going very fast, but it definitely scared the crap out of him. And it's a good point. So remember that. It will tip over if you're going in reverse and make a turn too hard. It's like going forward on a tricycle. But that's it. We're coming up on work here, and you know the deal. Got to turn it off before I get there, and I don't want to get in trouble. But thank you very much for watching. Really didn't hit on any much of a topic this morning besides it's cold, and get the correct clothing for the sport, and you shouldn't have any problems. And don't go in reverse too fast and turn the wheel harder. You're going to tip. Alrighty, talk to you guys later. Thank you very much for watching. I'll talk to you soon. Bye.